Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hello everybody. How are you doing? Happy Make It Monday day to you. That's right, Monday's around again. It's amazing. It just keeps coming. Like 52 times a year. So I do have a brand new, exclusive, value priced Make It Monday deal for you today. And for those of you who are joining in for the first time, hey, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. We have a retail brick and mortar store here in sunny Southern California, along with an online store at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. And every Monday we do a Make It Monday event, as long as we have product to support it. Because you're like, what do you mean product to support it? Well, it takes a very special bundle to become a Make It Monday bundle. It is where we try to bring you this huge retail value, this enormous bundle for an itty bitty teeny weeny tiny little price. Just this little itty bitty tiny little price. And I see everybody doing this now. Is that's clapping? Is that yay? This is the thing now? Okay. So every Monday, as long as we have product, a big bundle, small little price from some of your most favorite manufacturers globally. Not only do we use US manufacturers, not only do we focus on them, but we bring in international things that you would not see anywhere else and at values you cannot believe. Today's bundle, retail $99.95. Your price, $19.99. Okay, let's all do this. Yes, $19.99. Not $100, not $80, not $60, not $40, not even $30. $20 is going to get you this amazing bundle. And that is why it is a Make It Monday event, and we can only do them when I have this kind of huge value to bring to you. We've been doing them for, gosh, maybe 3 or 4 years now, and so far so good. We've never missed one. But you just never know. I keep negotiating with manufacturers and saying, hey, are you ready to give it up? Are you ready to get rid of? And if they are, well, we're the place to buy it all. Now, the bundle we have today is limited. All of the Make It Monday bundles are limited. We only have so many to sell, and when they're sold out, they're sold out. You can find it right now in our retail store, and you can find it online at scrapbookingmadesimple.com under the Make It Monday category. Look under that category, and not only will you see this bundle, but if there's anything else left online from previous weeks, those bundles will be there for you as well. Same within store. If you come in, you might find a bundle from 3 weeks ago or a month ago or last week, or the only bundle you'll see out is the one we have for this week. It just depends upon what has sold out and what hasn't. So today the bundle is from Sizzix, and it is $100. It's $99.95. The product is not available open stock. You have to pay the $20. That's the price of admission. $19.99 is the price of admission, and that's a couple Starbucks, maybe it's 2 runs to McDonald's, but for $20 you're going to get $100 worth of Sizzix product. No open stock. We can't open these and sell them individually. We just can't. So the price of admission, $19.99, and we couldn't call it a Make It Monday event if we didn't make something. So I'm going to be working with this bundle today. I think I'm going to use the stencil in this bundle and some of my Stacy Park inks, and we're just going to make something easy and simple, like a 5-minute card, which everybody loves. Who doesn't love being able to do a bing bang boom card and put a sentiment on it and out the door you go? You have a last minute engagement, you have a friend who's had a difficult day, or you have a friend who's had an amazing day, or maybe your mom or your sister or your aunt or your nephew or your uncle or your husband has had a day, and you just a little bing bang boom, just a little quick something to brighten their mood, because everybody likes to get a card. Everybody does. Even when they go, oh, you shouldn't have, what they really mean is, I am so glad you did. Honestly, just that little thought can change somebody's whole day. Just a little thought. So I'm gonna work with one of the products in the bundle today, and I've got fabulous samples to show you. I'm gonna tilt down. We're gonna get started for today. Again, this is in our retail store. If you are shopping local, if you're a local shopper, call us. We'll pull it off the retail store floor for you and put your name on it. If you are not local, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. In fact, we had New York in the house today. Hey, New York. We had a great time. It was Crafter and her spouse. They were in visiting their son and grandson and family, and they Googled us. They looked us up and looking for scrapbooking stores in the area, and we were the only ones there, and they came in today, and we had the best time with them. So if she happens to be watching, her or her husband, hey, New York. I feel bad I didn't get her name, but my gosh, if she ever emails us, if I come to New York, can I come stay with you? I love New York. We talked about fortune offs. Anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. And if you like what you see, don't hesitate. For $20, you can't go wrong. If you already have some of this product, having duplicates is never a bad thing on some of this, especially when you're getting the entire bundle for the cost of sometimes just one of the items. So let me tilt on down. Let me get started for today. I'm going to show you what's in the bundle, and then we are going to make something. So from Sizzix, hey Sizzix, how you doing? I have got Spring is Springing. Okay, I don't know if Elena came up with that name or if they came up with that name, but Spring is Springing. All right. So it's a 5-pack. There's your price. There's the retail. Let's get started for today. Tilt on down. It's good to see everybody. Hey. I love Manhattan. I love Manhattan. I love Brooklyn. I love it all. I love New York. I love the energy and the smell and the loudness of it all. It's just wonderful. I love the hustle and the bustle. Okay, so let me show you what is in this bundle, and then we'll start to play. So first thing is you get some Reveals paper. So Reveals paper is a color core cardstock. It is not white core. It is not solid core. White core would be if you tore it, you'd see white. Solid core would be if you tore it, it would be the same color all the way through. Color core is if you tear it, it tears to a lighter shade of the color that it is, which means if you use it with embossing folders or anything like that and you sand the top of it, it is magic. So you're going to get an A6 set, and there's 40 sheets in here, 10 colors, 4 of each. Right there, it's almost worth the price of admission. Then we have got a 3D embossing folder for you. So not 2D, but 3D, and it's got a beautiful leaf print around the entire area. It's an all over leaf print that's just stunning. And again, you pair this with this, and it is magic in the making. Then we are bringing you a die set from Eileen Hall. Hi, Eileen. She was just down in Puerto Rico teaching some classes. Hey, girl, hey, it looked like you had an amazing time. This is her bookmark set. There are 17 dies in this set. Again, a $20 die right there. If you have everything else, it's worth it just to get this and have duplicates of the others. So a bookmark set from Eileen Hall, where you've got the bookmarks, you've got the pockets that they fit in, you've got the additional little elements to decorate them with. So a bookmark set. Then we have from Lisa Jones. I love this little jar and flowers. All the flowers are separate. There's tons of flowers under here. And I love the little jar and flowers. So you've got flowers and leaves and flowers and flowers and flowers with the jar to make a cute little embellishment. And that's from Lisa Jones. So all of this is in the bundle. It's not like you have to pick. You get it all. Because you can't pick because we're not selling it open stock. No, you can't pass up a Make It Monday bundle. We work with the manufacturers to put a bundle together that's cohesive and makes sense. Let's put this one back in, because this one, well, I don't know if this one's going to belong to somebody or not, because I'm going to have to open one of them up. Okay, so from Lisa Jones. And then the last thing I have for you is a 4 layering stencil. And again, I think the layering stencils are more than $20 now. So this alone is worth the price of the bundle. And this is what we're going to be playing with today, is a 4-layer set. I love the florals. I love everything about it. We're going to go in and play with this. So the bundle is made up of the layering stencil. It's made up of the jar and the florals, the die set from Lisa Jones. It's made up of the bookmarks, which then you can take the florals and decorate the bookmarks with, and it even and the bookmark comes with stuff. So Eileen Hull's bookmarks. It comes with the 3D embossing folder in case you wanted to add texture to your bookmarks or texture to your little jars or even texture to your stencil. And it comes with the reveals paper, all for $20. Now that's a wahoo kachoo any day of the week, whether it be Monday or not. That is a heck of a deal. So I'm going to put these off to the side and we're going to play with the stencil first. Well, maybe only. I want to do a quick make for you. Now, Sizzix has the stencil and stamp tool, which is an amazing tool. It is a tool that allows you to align up your stencils perfectly every time, and it is also used as a stamp positioner. It's a beautiful tool, and I love my tool. But is it, how do I say this? This is Make It Monday. I hate to use a $60, $70 tool to show you how to use this. Because then it doesn't feel so much like a Make It Monday anymore, right? Because the tool is beautifully made, well worth the money, but it is a little pricey. So I thought today we would use the stencils and I would go old school, kind of like I did when I had my Simply Defined stencils, only I'm going to elevate it just a little bit. I'm going to bring over my jelly plate from Jelly Arts. Again, this is a tool. I use this all day long, every day. And it's not inexpensive either. I want to say that this is about $30. We have it in the 7x5, the 8x10, the 9x12. The larger that you get, the more expensive it is. But it's less money than the stencil and stamp, or stencil and stamp tool. So I was going to play with this today and just kind of go a little old school. Now the Sizzix stencils are marked. So there's 4 of them in here. And they are marked stencil 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you'll be able to see that marking if I can get a glare. You'll see the name Sizzix at the top. You'll see the item number, the SKU number, and then you'll see a position 1. It'll have the item number and then 1. The next one will have the Sizzix. It'll have the item number just like we did. The only difference is now it will say 2. That means that's your second stencil. All the way down. So the next one is going to be 3. And our last one will end in 4. And that's the order that you want to use them in. So I've got some of my Stacy Park Premium Die Bastings from Jacquard. I'm gonna put the jelly plate in the Make It Monday. I'll put it in there just in case you want it. I'll put it in there. But I've got some of my Stacy Park paper, 110-pound cardstock. I've just cut it in half. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And laid it down on my gel plate. And the thing about it is now my paper does not move. It won't move. It just, and yet if I need to peel it up, there's nothing sticking. It won't move. The jelly plate, while I don't know exactly what it's made of, it has this property that allows things to just hold to it. I was playing with some, see, even my ink pads won't move. It just grips them, as opposed to working directly on my craft mat, which is a non-stick, non-slip. See, my paper will move all over the place. On the back of my craft mat, however, is silicone. So the craft mat itself won't move, but on top, things are going to slide. So if you're going to do this on a table or a craft mat, you'll want to tape everything down. Or if you have a gel plate, the gel plate's going to hold it in place for you. So I've gotten my paper down here, and I'm going to grab stencil number 1. Important thing, you need to have some of your stencil touching the gel plate, because that will help keep the stencil in place. It's not going to hold it in place as a stencil and stamp tool might, because you're not clicking it into anything. But just like the paper kind of grips to the gel plate, so will the stencil. And even with the stencil and stamp tool, I do have to hold my stencil. It really is more of an alignment tool than keep your stencil 100% in place. Now I've got some of it going off my paper. I'm going to be okay with that because we're going to cut this into 2. And let's grab some of my ink. And maybe we do, oh, let's just go for it. And I'm just going to go in there and add some color. Now I'm tapping off just because I want to desaturate a little bit. And I'm going to go in, oh, see, I moved it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit those little open holes at the top. Nope. Well, yeah. Let's finish it up. And pull. If I'm happy, I leave it, and if not, I can line it up by the holes at the top. Those are my registration marks. I just line those up. And if I want to add more color, I can come in and add more color to it. All right, let's try that. There's stencil number 1. Now we bring over stencil number 2. I line it up to those holes at the top. Right here, I just made little registration marks with the ink. And then I can pick a different color. How about we do a little purple? So the first ink I used of mine was Blueberry Pie, and this is Eggplant Parm. See, I can add a little more ink to those holes. So all I want to do is line it up. And if I weren't working on my gel plate, I would go ahead and tape it down into place. That looks pretty good. Found a little darker. Okay, now let's go to stencil number 3. And maybe we do some pinks. So while I'm stenciling, my paper isn't going anywhere. Oh. So it moved. I just realign it up top and continue on. That looks pretty good. And then my very last stencil is stencil number 4. I think this one I'll do in some of my green. And this is my wasabi. All right. That was pretty simple, right? Now to clean your stencils off, baby wipes. Bing, bing, boom, baby wipes. There's stencil number 3. There's stencil number 2. There's stencil number 1. And you can see how my gel plate is holding my stencil as I'm wiping it. It just acts as the perfect little grip mat. And yet you can gel plate on it. You can use it as a stamp gush pad. So many things to be done. So that was 3, that's 4, that's 1, that's 2. So I'm going to do it again super fast, really quick. Change up my colors just a little bit. And this time I'm just going to go. And not so much talk through it, I'm just going to do it. So maybe we start, last time we started with the purple, or with the blue, maybe this time we start with the purple. I'm off my paper a little, and I'm going to be okay with that. Put some at the top. That just tells me where my registration marks are. I'm going to go in and do some areas a little deeper in color, just so it has a little shading. Oh, missed it, rotated, no big deal. Put it right back where it was, find those registration marks, and off you go. Up. Put it right back. And there you go. And again, you have the option of taping it down. I'm just going for it. The nice thing is my paper doesn't move anywhere. Okay, I think that's good. There's one, and then two. And two we'll do in pink. And just go all the way around, even if you're going off your paper. This is a 6x6 stencil, but ultimately I want it to make into 2 cards. Get some little areas a little darker. Keep some a little lighter. Lift up. And that looks good to me. Now let's move into stencil number 3. And I'm going to change it up, and we're going to use some yellow. So my pink is Dragon Fruit Delight. My yellow is Pineapple Crush. And again, my paper is not perfectly sized. You can grab your paper that's kind of been sitting around that you cut down, but now you don't know what to do with it, and just go for it. And then my last stencil, I should have dried them, but it almost looks like I went psh, psh, and spritzed it. My last stencil, we'll go ahead and do, should we do it in blue or green? We'll do it in green. We'll do it in blue. Let's live dangerously. So I'm going to go light blue. And then maybe I'll add some green. Right over my blue, I'm adding a little green. Now we've blended some colors right on it. Ooh, and I like it. So now we've done two different ones where we actually blended color right on there. Look at how it goes from that greenish to that blue at the end. All right, that's how simple it is to use these. That's how fast it is to use these. Now let's make something with them. So I am going to take my scissors and cut off all the excess noise. So everything that's around it, I kind of call it noise. And then I think I'm going to cut it in half. We're going to do what? I'm going to cut it in half. And this is what's going to allow us to make two projects out of one piece. Straighten up my cuts a little bit. And we'll cut this one in half. Because I don't want to do a 6x6. 6x6 cards cost more to mail in the US. They have these things in Europe called Jiffy bags. And I guess if it fits in the Jiffy bag, it mails for one price. So they can send 6x6, 7x5, 8x8 cards. They all fit in that Jiffy bag. Here in the US, any kind of a square card is going to cost you more to mail. All right. So now let's decide how we want to mat some of these. Oh, that's pretty. My stencils were wet when I used them. Some of the ink transferred. So I'm just going to do a cleanup because my inks are water reactive, so I can just go in there and clean it off. Okay, that makes my heart a little happier. All right, so I like that one there. And I think I like that one there. That one there is really pretty. And then last but not least, I don't have a piece. Can you believe it? I don't have a sheet of yellow paper. Is that ridiculous? I just can't even believe that. Shocking. I'm not sure on the light pink. On the lighter purple. It's okay on the lighter purple. What does this piece look like? I think it's too blue. We'll go with the lighter purple. So I'm going to put these down. You would do a better job of taping them down than I am. I'm just putting enough tape to get it down. And there's one. And I'm going to cut a little bit extra. we've started. So that one, good. Let's do this one. I still am not so sure about that light purple. But I don't think I have anything. Do I have that bold yellow? Holy smokes, artichokes. That is quite the, but we're gonna go with it. That is quite the yellow. That is an aggressive yellow. That is a happy yellow. That is a notice me yellow. But hey, what the heck? Now you would probably use a trimmer. I'm a freehand kind of girl and I just kind of go for it. My cuts are not straight, but they're mine. And this is handmade. And I'm okay with it. And then we'll cut this one out. Two. Straighten up this cut, get this one down. Talk about a quick and easy way to get several done at one time. Three, and my last one. And nobody needs to know that I cut them up and took pieces of the stencil. All right. I've got my first mat on. I'll just straighten up some of my cuts. Nope. Better. My little hairline pieces of paper. That one looks good. And that one looks good. Okay, let's decide what sentiments we're going to put on. I've got a couple sentiments here. So I can do sending you love and hugs. I can do sending you happy thoughts. I can do wishing you a beautiful day. And I can do bloom bright. Perfect. That was easy enough. Now let's decide what color mats. So let's do this one in the pink. And I just grabbed these sentiments out of my sentiment tub, where all the leftover sentiments go to live until I need them, because I won't throw sentiments away. These are from a pack from Katie Sue that we've done quite frequently. Look at that, and let's pop it with a little bit of GG foam tape. Done. Now, what color do we, let's do this one in the purple. These are fast, easy, and affordable. Because I've just used just one of the sets that are one of the items that I get in my $19.99 bundle. I didn't use the Reveals paper or that 3D embossing folder. I didn't use the bookmarks. Wouldn't these be cute on the bookmarks? The Eileen Hull bookmarks. Oh my gosh, they'd be darling. Sending you happy thoughts. Look at these. These are so cute. And I'm going to have 4 cards done. So somebody asked, what do we do with all the card samples when we're done? So we give them away to a church, and the church will sell them for, I don't know. Marilyn, are you back here? So the church sells them, I think, for 25, 50, maybe $1 each, and the money goes into a scholarship for kids who go to the church who can't afford camp. They do a church camp at Hume Lake every year, and there are kids who their parents just can't. So we donate the cards. They sell them at their garage sale, the church garage sales, and then all the money goes to support the kids who want to go to camp during the summer for a few days. And we give them to senior centers, and we give them to churches. So the samples, after we're done with them, because we'll show them on the shop floor for a while until we're sold out of the product, but then they do have a very happy home afterwards. So the senior centers use them as cards to give to seniors who maybe don't have a lot of family, for to send them a birthday card or a Christmas card or a just thinking of you card. And same with the church. The churches, they use them like that, and hospitals. They're just meant to let somebody have a little bit of a brighter day. Should we do the blue? We only have that much blue, but let's see what it looks like. Nope. But it'll fit there. The cards definitely go to good homes and people who need them and just need a little cheer in their day. I'm going to go with the blue just because it's so cute. And then I'm just going to add one more mat, one last mat. I'm going to mat it in the blue. Why not? It looks cute. And bing, bang, boom, just like that. And no time at all. We made 4 cards, quick and easy. Could have made probably 6 bookmarks, quick and easy. And you use what paper you have at home. What you got? Let's use it up. Little scraps of this and little scraps of that. Go to make darling cards. Look at how cute. Okay, so there's one. So do we want to do this one in the pink? Do we want to do it in the, oh, I don't have enough of the yellow. Do I have another piece of that bright yellow? I don't know that I do. I'm looking, but I don't see it. Wait. Nope, that's not it. I thought maybe I'd have another piece of that bright yellow, but it looks like I'm out. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. I like it on the bright yellow. I do have a piece. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Look at that. They're so happy. What a great spring card. And don't let your fear of color take over. Try it. And put that bright yellow against there. So number 2. And then number 3. Why not? We'll do against the bright blue. And they're all going to coordinate because they were all done with the same color inks and the same hues, and they're all going to coordinate because I'm pulling the same colors, the cardstock for all their mats. Just mixing it up a little bit. There's 3 and my last one. I haven't done with a hot pink mat, so ooh. Well, no hot pink mat. I don't have enough space. Let's try a purple. Oh, purple looks lovely. That works. So one item out of the entire bundle. The bundle retails for $100, $99.95. Your price is $19.99. And if all you did was make a jillion of these cards, it's worth the $19.99. But no, you're going to get so much more. All right. So make it Monday. Easy peasy. Oodles of value. I did 2 that way. I did 2 that way. And in no time at all, we made 4 easy peasy cards using just a little bit of what's in that bundle. There we go. And I did not touch the reveals cardstock. I didn't touch the 3D embossing folder. I didn't touch the bookmarks by Eileen Hull. And I didn't touch the darling little jar and florals from Lisa Jones. Those also come in the entire kit. One bundle, one price, a whole lot of happy creativity, a whole lot of happy time, a lot of happy time. All right, so I do have samples of all the product. I just love what we made here. They're bright and they're fun and they're colorful and they would make somebody's heart happy. So I'm gonna put these aside. And I'm going to show you some of the finished samples. Now here, this one was done by Zelda. Hey Zelda! Hi Zelda! When she used my hello from Sizzix. Thanks Zelda. She did her stenciling and then she put it through the embossing folder to give it texture on top of that. Hey Zelda! Cute, right? And then we've got Susan B. cards. And here, Susan just took a portion of it. In fact, these might be from these might be leftovers from the bookmarks. And she just made, oh, look at that. A sweet card here for you using the stencil. She just cut up the stencil like I did. Good vibes only. I agree, Zelda. That should be the only thing that's allowed. So you've got the little florals out of the vellum, and that came from the Lisa Jones. And then she's used the reveals paper in the green and then the olive, and she's sanded it with that 3D embossing folder so it really pops. Good vibes only. I absolutely agree. Ooh, and Zelda. Then Zelda went in with her metallics. She said, let's bam it a little bit. And here's the stencil done in the metallics. And again, she trimmed her stencil down so that it made a standardized size card here in the States. If you're international, you can absolutely leave it 6x6. Ooh, and this is beautiful. Dana M. Here, Dana M did her stencil in the neutrals. Look at the grays and the tans and the browns and the blacks. And then she used the reveals paper and the 3D embossing folder. She embossed it and then she tore it to show that separate color, that lighter color that it sands and tears to. So you've got the contrast of this beautiful, beautiful green, which matches my wasabi like perfectly. Hello. Well, I picked these colors. If you have to, truth be told, I did this pack. I picked this pack. These are the colors I chose. You think? Truth be told. So Dana M, this is beautiful. I love the combination of the two. Just lovely. And then we have a bunch of bookmarks. This one's by Dana M. Again, using the stencil. Probably what was left over from this one. And here, this one is, I bet this one's by, I'm gonna guess Zelda. Zelda put in a window. I don't know if we can see. Zelda's put in a window. because there are dies that will allow you to do the pockets and the tags. Look at that. The little scallopy piece on top. And she used the stencil to color. It's beautiful, Zelda. And then we have some bookmarks with just the embossing and the sanding. So these are all by Dana M. And it really shows off the beautiful embossing and simple bookmarks. And then I'm gonna guess that this is from leftover maybe. These are stunning in the black and the neutrals. I love them. So we've got 3 there, we've got 3 here, and then we've got Zelda's in the middle. So several different types of bookmarks using Eileen Hull's bookmark die set. And then last but not least, I have from Susan B. Cards. She made a folio. So here is the reveals with the embossing folder. Then you open it up and you've got the stencil, and again from the bookmarks, and then you've got a bookmark here in itself. Look at that. Is that beautiful as a bookmark? I knew it would be beautiful as a bookmark. I knew it. She's done the whole folio in the reveals. Then you open this up and you've got a little note card here, done with the flowers in one of the sets, the embossing folder, the purple that's in the reveals. All of these colors are what you're gonna get in the reveals. Look at that, just slip right on in. So the bookmark comes with a little die that will allow you to cut that out so that you can slip it right onto the page. You've got another little card using the stencil, and then a background using the dies. This is beautiful. And then of course, she did the back too. So absolutely stunning, just lovely things today. Lovely things to play with, to look at, to enjoy. And for $20, talk about make your heart happy. But we only have the bundle until it's sold out. Again, no open stock. 1 bundle, there's your retail. There's your sale price, $19.99. From Sizzix as part of our Make It Monday event. We do every Monday. As long as I've got values like this to offer, we'll be seeing you on Mondays. So it's available right now, both in store and online. Now it is possible that it could sell out in store and still be available online. And it's possible it could sell out online and still be available in store. They're separate inventories. So if you're a local peep, you're lucky. You can get it either way. If you come into the store and it's sold out, but still available online, you can order it that way. You get the best of both worlds. But when they're gone, they're gone. And this is an exceptional bundle. And I love my cards that were just so easy peasy. Just makes everything happy. So it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, with today's Make It Monday event featuring Sizzix. I will be back on Wednesday. It's February, so I have a whole new series of classes for you with my In the Studio with Stacy class, where we pick one type of fine art product and we use it every Wednesday, showing you different ways of using it. And this month, we're featuring a jacquard fine art product. So join me on Wednesday. That is our first day for this month of our In the Studio with Stacy. So lots of education. I can't wait to share. And then the following weeks is all about application. What can you do with this product? But first you need to learn a little bit about it so you understand what it is and why it is and how it is. And that is Wednesday at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Scrapbooking Made Simple YouTube channel. Do not forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. We would certainly appreciate it. Until Wednesday, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Bye.